Strategic thinking and especially strategic planning is an essential part for being a man and being able to express yourself in this world. If you want to achieve big long term projects or grow parts of yourself or uncover parts of yourself, it's going to involve a long term process where you will have to plan it and execute steps one by one. What you need to understand is that every single day you have the opportunity to do the behaviors and take the necessary steps that are going to get you a better tomorrow and that are going to get you your long-term plans, whether it's to lose weight, to gain weight, to grow muscle, to build a business, whether it's to find a girlfriend, find a wife, have children, get through a tough law case, going through a divorce, whatever it is, get a new job, get yourself into a new field of work, get a promotion at work. All of these things require strategic thinking and strategic planning, and chess is amazing for this. I highly recommend everybody to be playing chess on a regular basis. It will just get your mind to think in this kind of a way. But for me, really, strategic thinking, it probably developed the most from my bodybuilding background. And when you work out and you'd need to eat a certain amount of calories, you would need to eat a certain amount of proteins, fats, carbohydrates. You need to constantly be going up in weight and focusing on how many sets, how many reps am I doing during my workouts, how long is my muscle taking to recover, am I doing compound movements or isolation, all of those things. You're planning, a diet plan as well as a workout plan, and then you're going ahead and executing it, and it's a long-term growth strategy. And so I would say that was the biggest one for me. And secondly, it was through traveling and going around the world, going to different countries, living there, just to move to Canada, for example. How much visa requirement do I have to? I had to go to London and get my photo taken and my biometrics. I had to apply for this certificate and that certificate and get this back and get that back and plan it all like that. Then I had to get a job, I had to get a place to stay. All of these things, you have to take them into account. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Jordan Peterson talks about his program, the self-authoring program, where he literally gets you to write, who am I? What is my life looking like in the future? And I do something very similar with the Manifestation for Men workshop and program. So just planning out your bigger goals, you need to make sure that your goals are SMART goals. You might have heard of this at work or somewhere on a video. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, time-based, realistic, not in that order, but essentially you need to really start thinking about it. Is this goal of mine specific? Is it a clear thing that I'm asking for? Like, for example, go up in weight by 20 kilograms. That's very specific, is it not? As well as, start a business that generates a passive income of, 2K a month or whatever, right? That's very specific, right? That is also measurable. You can measure it. How much am I making? How much money wise? What units of measurement am I using? Am I gonna have to do data statistics to get that result? But is it measurable? Is it a real measurable thing? Is it realistic? Can I really do that? Yes, loads of people do it all the time. So absolutely. Is it achievable? Absolutely. With enough time, you can do that. And is it time-based, right? It is, because I want to do that in, say, a year, or I want to do that in a few months, or whatever, right? It has time attached to it. Now that you have those smart, the points of being smart identified in your mind, make goals that align with those smart things for 1 year. This is what I recommend. Plan something for next year. You don't really know what's going to happen in 2 years time, in 3 years time. Maximum you could probably plan for 2 years, but I really recommend just the one. What kind of a transformation do you want in 1 year? Now you want to take one goal. You should have like 5 annual goals, right? One for maybe your health and your fitness, one for your financial goals, one for relationships, one for whatever, right? And so I'll give you an example for fitness. So an annual goal of losing 40 kilograms of weight. Say somebody is overweight, they want to lose 40 kilograms, okay? So what does that look like? So you take that 40 kilograms and that's an annual plan. Now you take that 40 kilograms per year and you divide it by 4, which will give you 10. That is your quarterly target. So 10 kilograms a quarter, 10 kilograms every season. 10 kilograms during spring, 10 kilograms during winter, 10 kilograms summer, 10 fall, autumn, whatever, right? So that's 10. Now you take that even further and you say, divide that by 3, that 10, that's about 3.3 reoccurring, right? So 3.3 kilograms per month. So there's 3 months in each quarter. And so this is your target per month, 3.3 kilograms. How do I lose 3.3 kilograms? Well, divide that further by 4. That gives you your weekly goals, right? And so now what are you doing? You're doing 0.825 or something like that. Now, you have to just lose just under a kilogram every single week to achieve your goal at the end of the year of 40 kilograms, right? Now, what do you have to do to lose that kilogram? Say you weigh 120 kilograms in body weight. To look at your metabolic basal rate, how much are you burning just from being alive? How much are you burning from your organs, from breathing, from muscles, restoring cells, dividing, whatever, right? Just if you didn't do anything, how much are you burning just to stay alive? It's about 2,200 calories a day. But then on top of that as well, you're obviously walking, right? You're thinking, you're planning, you're executing tasks. To lose a kilogram per week, you need to be in a caloric deficit every single day of about 1,100 per day, 1,100 calories per day. So that means that 1,100 calories can either come from your diet. So if your diet needs to be 2,200 just to sustain your basal metabolic rate, you need to now eat less than that by say 700, and then go to the gym to burn the rest. And so that's kind of how you want to think about it, is every single day I'm trying to burn this many calories. If I haven't burnt it from my diet, how much is my deficit during my diet? I go to the gym, I go for a walk, I try to burn those calories. And yeah, doing that in a workday flow, putting it in your little planner. Now you want to really think about what is your annual goal for each one of those categories of financial, spiritual, psychological, right? Relationships, family, friends, career, physical, body, all of that stuff. Start thinking about, what do I want to achieve in this year? Break it all down into manageable chunks of what is your annual goal, what is your quarterly goal, what is your monthly goal, what is your weekly goal, what are your daily habits and workflows you're trying to achieve to do that. Are you working on your website for an hour a day at certain times or whatever? And you want to get planners. You want to get big planners of these posters. You can buy them online or you can print them out yourself. A3, the bigger the better. And it will have, like an annual planner will have sections for your monthly objectives. It will have sections for your quarterly objectives, right? And you can really plan things out. You get a monthly planner and then you get a weekly planner. With the monthly planner, you will get the opportunity to plan your weeks. And with the weekly planner, you will have the opportunity for planning your days and what tasks you have to do to achieve those goals. This is my weekly planner. It's magnetic, it's a whiteboard. I put it onto my fridge and just mark it off and rub it out as I go along. Highly recommend everybody has one of these. It is Sunday, so everything has been rubbed out. I'm planning my week ahead. So I recommend that you get yourself these planners so that it constantly reminds you to look at this stuff. Maybe get a friend or a family member to be an accountability partner for you, right? That you keep reminding each other to do stuff on these lists, or even hire a coach. That's essentially where the benefit is there. But either way, you should really start planning your success, start planning your processes, start developing that strategic mind.